Well, howdy, y'all. Teresa here and
Full Bladder Brad.
Full Bladder Brad. Who's bringing in the dog because they being naughty. Because I heard them.
Yeah. I think half of Florida heard them.
Okay, it is February 1st, 2017, Wednesday afternoon. It is 3:18 p.m. On this fine day. It is 71 degrees. Real feel is 75. The high will be 71 and low will be 50. And it is abundant sunshine with a slight breeze. One of those days that you just love to be outside, and we have been.
And this
right,
is
honey?
This is a normal slight breeze, not a Wyoming slight breeze.
No, this is a slight breeze. I mean, you know. So, let me get out my cheat notebook. Let's see. Yesterday, you guys knew we went shopping. We had gone to Dollar Tree and we had gone to Walmart. And I already talked about all that. And we did buy some totes while we were there. And I don't remember what size they were.
I think they're 18 gallon. But I'm not
18 gallon or something. They were $4.97, which you can't beat. We bought 4 of them. Because I wanted to reorganize and kind of clean stuff up in here. I don't like to see a lot of stuff, see a lot of stuff just all sitting around. It makes you feel very closed in and stuff. And Brad and I both, have claustrophobia anyway. So his is actually worse than mine. So, if the more you can open up stuff in your living space, the better, no matter where you live, in my opinion. So we bought some of those, and we did reorganize. I now have just one tote, and it's a clear tote that has assorted yarns in it. I have 3 of them outside. Did you just hit your head? You okay? I have 3 of those totes with the lids. I took Deep Martin's suggestion. Thought on it for a long time, and like I said, I didn't have any totes with lids. So that's why we bought them. And so I have 3 totes out there with yarn, and some of it is specialty yarn and stuff too. And then Brad has one out there for, I don't know, whatever you're keeping in it. Just tools and stuff for outside and stuff for barbecuing and stuff, whatever. The diatomaceous earth, that kind of stuff that shouldn't get wet. So, and it looks much nicer. I'll pan over here and show you guys. This looks much nicer. There's my one bin up there on top that has assorted yarn. That bin you see below here, right there with the pillow, that's where Brad keeps his bedding. Because, see, this couch I'm on pulls out to a bed, and that's what he sleeps on. So, now he can put all of his bedding in that tote, and then just lift that whole tote down at night when he wants to make out his bed, and it'll be really nice for him. And I just opened up that front so much and stuff. So, I'm really happy with it, and I think you are too.
I am.
And then we bought a shoe rack. I showed you guys that in my Dollar Tree haul. We got that from Walmart, of course. It was like $3.27. It's a plastic one, but it's very nice. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys or not.
Probably not.
I don't know. A little bit. Okay, you can see a little bit of it right there. Let's see. Right over here. Right below the pop. And yes, it's all sugar-free pop, but well, there we go. See, and it holds 9 pairs of shoes, and it is nice, and we do really like it. And that way, we're able to keep the dog leashes right below, and then Brad's gonna put one of the main flashlights right underneath there too.
Big red.
And because the problem is if you're living in a tiny space, whether it's an RV, a tiny house, a trailer, or maybe just have a small apartment or home, is your shoes, and you trip over them. Basically, Brad doesn't have very good eyesight. I mean, his eyesight's pretty bad. He's legally blind without his glasses. Yeah, without his glasses. And with a neuropathy also, and he trips, and he doesn't know he's stepping on something until he's falling. And he wears several pairs of shoes a day because he has his work shoes, and that's his diabetic shoes. And then he has the shoes he wears around here. I wear usually my tennis shoes I showed you guys that you just slip on, that don't have the back. I love those things. Or I wear my knockoff Crocs. And then I have a pair of slippers. So this makes it really nice, and you know where your stuff is. Because before we were having to dig for stuff all the time and tripping over shoes and stuff. When you live in a tiny space, everything does have to have its place, and you have to keep stuff put up because it doesn't take much until you really can't find stuff. And you'll be surprised how easily you lose stuff. You think, tiny space, how can you lose stuff? Trust me. Oh, yes, honey. So, anyway, it makes me feel better about how we live and stuff. If stuff is just kind of, clean looking and clean. I want it clean, not just clean looking. And well organized and stuff. We have to do that garbage too. Are you going to go down and pay the rent here in a little bit? Nobody there again?
There's nobody there.
Okay, well I guess not then, huh? Maybe tomorrow. Let's see. So yeah, I talked about that. And then we had barbecue chicken wing for dinner, and we just bought some potato salad because I didn't have time to make it, and heating up more than one thing really in the toaster oven really doesn't work too well. So we did that, and then we even bought like this dessert because I started the keto today. So that was a little bit different shopping because I made out the list of things I would need, and then I had to say to Brad, okay, now you're going to have to tell me, do you need bread? Do you need what? You're going to have to tell me what kind of fruit do you want? And that kind of stuff. And he's really great about it. And then I did some looming. I made a couple hats while I was sitting here watching some Netflix and YouTube. So I made this little baby hat, which I think is cute. And then I really love this one. To me, it kind of looks like a crown. So, and this is really soft, fuzzy right here. But yeah, to me it looks like a crown. So, yep, that's all just scrap yarn. Now, I'll go into the donation thing. So, yep, did that. And then, like I said, this morning I started the keto. I didn't make the bullet coffee. Still kind of on the fence to that. I don't know about putting butter in my coffee. I mean, I know a lot of people like it and stuff, but I got to work up to it a little bit, okay? Maybe I'll try it when it's not the first thing in the morning because I really need my coffee. I mean, So, but I did Brad put a couple tablespoons of the heavy whipping cream in my coffee, and that did help. And then for lunch, which was actually kind of our breakfast, we did have bacon, and it would equal like 2 slices of bacon because we always cut our bacon in half. And then I did some spinach and fresh mushrooms and fresh spinach, lightly sauteed them, and then scrambled and put them in scrambled eggs. That was really good. Brad was kind of on the fence. He wasn't too sure, and I said, well, I could make his separate. And he's like, no, he'd give it a try, and you would eat it again.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really good. It's a really nice, fresh taste of that spinach and stuff. So, it was good. And I'm going to count my exercise today because I just did a lot of planting, and I moved a lot of pots, and I moved a lot of soil, and, and I did a lot of planting and everything and watering and stuff. Because we've been out there for how long, hon?
3 hours.
Yeah, we've been working. So, Brad cleaned up out there, raked it, get all the pine needles and the acorns and stuff. Uh, and so he raked up and picked up, how you get little pieces of garbage and, boxes like the shoe rack box and stuff. So he did all that and was working out there, made it look real nice. We got all the new solar lights. I told you guys I bought 10 of them from the Dollar Tree and got those all, put in. I had to rearrange the whole configuration. I have these bubble lights that are, they change colors, and there's like 4 of them, and they've got a main solar panel. And Brad got me that for Mother's Day. And so I had to do like every other pot, like a clear solar light and then the bubble light. I know, but I'm all very much into how my stuff has to look a certain way. Brad's just laughing. But it makes me happy. So, and then I bought that heart-shaped spinner from the Dollar Tree, hung that, and I had a couple, we already had the seashell, wind chime hanging, and then I had a couple other small ones that I hung up, because we had to take everything down when we had to put the awning in, last week when it was storming, when we lost electricity there and stuff. So, we did all that, but we've been busy, but now we got plenty of solar lights, so it'll be well illuminated with that and our normal fairy lights, people call them, or Christmas lights, whatever. What else? That's about it. Brad's gonna barbecue some boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And I know I could have the skin. It's just how we bought it.
Well, the thighs, because usually we like the thighs.
Mm-hmm.
And the thighs were like $1.78 a pound.
I know.
For skin-on, bone-in thighs.
Now, Winn-Dixie did have them 49 cents a pound for the hindquarters, but the problem is, it's a 10-pound bag. We don't really have room in our freezer for that much, and we don't really like the hindquarters. Well, we like the thighs. I don't know.
When you buy the hindquarters, though, there's so much fat.
Yeah.
They don't.
Whoa! Him not working.
Uh-oh.
He did. What? Honey. My gorilla died. That's sad. Sorry.
They've got so much fat on those hindquarters.
You're still kind of. See, look.
Yeah, it's barely there.
Kind of like me. There is so much fat. I'm sorry. That was rude of me. Sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, there's so much fat in those.
There is.
And,
I don't know. We just like the chicken breasts.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever. I mean, we like the thighs, too. It's just, I'm not going to pay $1.79 for skin and bone.
Yeah.
When it's $1.99 for boneless, skinless.
Yeah.
Heck, a lot more meat on there, so it's actually a better deal. So,
well, and then they did have the boneless, skinless thighs, but they were $2.78 a pound.
I know, and that makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me.
Yeah. We used to get the boneless, skinless thighs in Wyoming for between $1.58 and $1.78 a pound.
Mm-hmm.
That Food Giant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we don't like the Food Giant. We don't like their chicken and stuff because there's really no meat on it.
Yeah.
That is the boniest, most anorexic chicken. I don't know where they get their chicken from, but those poor things don't have no meat on them.
No.
Seriously, they really don't.
Yeah.
So we quit buying.
Yeah.
It's not worth the trip up there.
Yeah.
For us. And, if you had a freezer and you can take advantage of specials, that's great. I mean, an additional freezer. But like I said, we have the typical RV fridge and freezer. Doesn't hold that much. It's a real challenge. Trust me. Yesterday, when I got done putting the produce in this fridge, you couldn't have put, a dime in that fridge, really. I mean, it was that packed. I mean, because, once you have all your produce, and I even held back on some of the stuff, it's really hard. It's really hard because I cook with a lot of fresh vegetables and stuff. And it's a challenge, isn't it, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we have a lot of assorted cheeses and stuff,
Yeah.
and Brad's got some fruit in there and stuff. You know, but yeah, it can be a real challenge. But anyway, so yeah, he's gonna barbecue chicken, and I'm not sure what else we're gonna have with it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have some kind of vegetable. I'm probably gonna have some cucumber and tomatoes. I don't know what probably that and some Thai cheese. I'm not sure what side dishes he's gonna have or ask me to make for him. So, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, 2 topics for today is keeping busy. I know really helps when you're trying to watch what you're eating, and also, I always find that if I'm just real sedentary and not doing anything, that's why I always have to have my hands busy. Then I want to eat a lot more. Boredom, that boredom eating. And then, if you're married or live with somebody, if you have a significant other, I find that, having their help and their support means so much. And also that, Brad is really great about, he'll ask me if he knows I'm really watching what I'm eating, if he's going to eat something, if it will bother me. If so, he'll go, he can't go in another room here, but he could go, in the back of the RV or step outside. I have him put the chips, he buys those, bags of the individual bags, that come in a big assorted pack. I ask him to keep those, we have a trundle bed up above the cab of the RV. And I ask him to keep that kind of snack stuff up there, because number one, I'm short, so it's harder to reach. I don't laugh at me.
I didn't say a word.
I don't have a tendency to look up there because I'm short. Oh, I'm 5'5". I'm not a midget from hell, but I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Don't any of my friends that are vertically challenged, don't be sending me hate mail and stuff. I love you. Yeah, please don't, because I shouldn't have said a midget from hell. I meant kind of the little troll, evil trolls, not you guys. But anyway, I don't have a tendency to look up like this. In fact, if he wants to hide something, that's what he does. He puts something up high, like Christmas presents and stuff, because I don't have a tendency to do that. Well, I do now. Anytime I'm looking for anything that he's put up and I can't find, like spices or anything, because it'll be up high. That's why I have to have a grabber, because,
Do you remember that massive entertainment center we had for a lot of years?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how many times your Christmas present was hiding right up on top in plain sight?
That's so mean.
And I bet I did that for 5 or 6 years.
You must have smirked and smirked and
yeah.
smirked. Do you want to take his leash off?
Yeah. I hid it. I don't know how many years I hid it, and like I said, we were sitting there watching TV, and I could see it sitting right there, and you never caught on.
But anyway.
Okay, I'm done.
Please don't leave that like that, because it will be messy looking and bother me.
I will take care of it.
Okay. But, but with my husband, I'm fine cooking him some stuff within limits. I'm not going to cook him a whole separate meal when I'm hungry. Now, if I'm cooking myself something, and I can cook him something, that's fine. But it would be too hard for me to cook something, like say it was 3 hours before I ate dinner, and he wants me, cook him something like that, So it's all about planning, and it's all about, good communication like always. And I ask him to put up, he doesn't have many snacks anyway that, because he's a diabetic as well. He's got some nut snacks. Remember those ones I bought? I decided not to have, because the cranberries had some additional sugar. I didn't realize that and stuff. And it was a waste of carbs for me. When you get 15 carbs, they're near and dear.
What I thought was funny is, remember last night we were trying to figure out how much we paid for those? And I said, I've got the Walmart app on my smartphone. I will check it out. And that package of 10 of them, I think it was.
Yeah.
It said that the package of 10 was like $72.
Yeah, it did. He showed me. But, and I did order, last night, I did order one of those zucchini, or it's vegetable spiraler slicer. I just wanted a little hand crank one. I didn't want a big plug-in one. I could find those at Walmart. But, in an RV, like I said again, you think it's hard finding room for your appliances, your small appliances in a house. In an RV, I just wanted, because, I don't want to take out a mortgage on a spiralizer if I'm not sure I'm going to like it. I just wanted an inexpensive one to see if I was going to even like zucchini noodles or not. So I did order one under $10 free shipping. Have that coming. So, because I bought the zucchini. So, but I can always, chop it up and saute it and stuff, while I'm waiting. It shouldn't take that long to come in, though, because they're in Florida. So, But anyway, that's what we're doing. I'm not going to give daily updates on the keto eating plan. I probably will update you guys on Sundays. I don't want my channel all to be about that. There's plenty of other channels that are really good and dedicated and full of a lot of good information. And if you want to be directed to, like, if you want to check out Experiencing Nirvana, she's doing the keto. She knows a ton more information than I do. And go check her out. Like I said, my channel is all just kind of, I'm just, an old housewife that, likes to do crafts and loves her husbands and pets, and, it's a kind of a variety of stuff. So, but Sundays I will give a update on how I've done and stuff, so. Right, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Brad's waiting for the last last load of laundry to get done in the dryer. And if anybody wonders why, if you've noticed I have a speech impediment, I am hearing impaired. I was born with half of my hearing, or lost it right after that. And so, yeah, I do have a speech impediment. I think I do really well. I had lots of years of speech therapy and stuff. So, it is what it is. Don't feel sorry for me. I can't miss what I never had. Honestly, I think if I could hear all the sounds, it would probably scare me, because I've never experienced that. So, mine's all missing in the higher range. So, anyway, I hope everybody's having a great day. Brad's back pain is not as bad as Monday, but it's amping on up there. He probably, I don't know what time. He probably could take some Tylenol. I'm gonna have him take some medication as soon as he gets done bringing the last load of laundry, and we're gonna take naps. Right, honey?
Right, baby.
So anyway, I hope everybody's having a great day, and I love you guys. I do cherish your friendship so much. I'm gonna sit down tonight and answer comments. And I think you guys are awesome. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.